Hades, whose reign as grim lord of the dead came to a sudden end when all at once his past caught up with him. But gods do not go quietly, and history repeats. So this tale was only a matter of time.
Death to Kronos. Vengeance for my family. Lost souls. I'll make the Titan pay. It's him. Just a spell. It's just another spell. 10 words. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Greetings from Olympus and well met there, Sunshine. Look, we can't get to the Titan, but if you truly mean to stop him, then the least I can do is light your way down.
They need my aid. We'll see if I need theirs. Can't recover here. Need to press on. A root stalker. Got to move. Return to Shadow now. Oh. Back already. Damn it. This old unfinished painting. Don't look away. Don't forget all that the Titan took from you.
Who dares disturb my eternal rest? You trifle with powers far beyond your comprehension, witch. Speak!
That was pretty decent, right, Mel? Maybe pushing it. Okay if I call you witch like that?
Which worked for me in context. And a solid haunting all in all, Dora. But I'd better run. Something I have to do.
Then be gone.
Stand tall and show no weakness.
There you are. Come here. Time forced our hand, Melinoe. Naria's soul expected you to slay our enemy last night, on a new moon, no less. But you accomplished something of great import.
I lack such forgiveness for my failure at Mistress Hecate. The Titan yet lives, and Olympus yet burns, while I'm back where I started. What is it I accomplished?
You're here to speak of it. Recovered in body, if not in spirit. You've not failed, merely begun. Thus may you learn, grow stronger, and complete your task. Death to Kronos.
Death to Kronos. It's being purified.
Hail. Tell me you killed the bastard. Drove your staff into his wretched skull, slid a dagger in his gut. Not that he'd die from that. Works on mortals, though.
I've nothing to report, Odysseus. Not yet.
Well, you'll get him next time, I reckon.
Tough times. Already hit a wall. Knocked your scrawny ass all the way back here. It's insane that she's sending you out on foot, all on your own.
Your skepticism's duly noted. Hail, Shades. Our fight is just getting started. We'll find a way to wake you, O sleep. I promise. Much more than just this staff bathing in there.
Attention! Allay your fears. She has returned. A battle lost. But this is war, young one, and you have many battles yet to come. The only question is, are you prepared to win? I'm not so sure here, so let's see you give me 20!
Commander Skelemius, sir. Find the Titan, slay the Titan. The Sigil of Frost. Headmistress told me so much about you, and now at last we meet. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
You look just like your mother. I'll not lose her again. I shall freeze hell in its entirety if that is what it takes to get her back. You'll help me, won't you, granddaughter?
Grandmother. The Flame Sigil. I thought the Fire Goddess never got involved. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Well, look at you, hot stuff. Come to help the elderly. Oh, what a good girl you are. And here I was, just about to burn this whole blasted place to the ground myself. Now, here's a little warm-up for ya.
This one again. Return to Shadow now. I'll get that root stalker.
Who dares?
Hail, Spirit.
You invoke me? A scourge upon your bloodline for resummoning me, witch!
Hey, everything okay there, Mel?
Oh, yes, Dora. It's just... I should have gone farther that time. I'll give more notes on your haunting later, all right?
Oh, sure.
This memory of all you lost. It stokes your want for vengeance even now. Be well, Headmistress.
And you, Malinois. At least our cauldron's finally purified, praise the fates. Speaking of which, are you as yet considering an invocation to them? I have my doubts that they would listen even now.
If there's any chance the three fates shall aid us, I'll take it. Thank you for preparing things for me. Though I'm well short of freshly picked reagents still.
I'd offer such reagents if I could, but as you venture past this glade, look carefully along your path and you shall find them. Fate's willing.
Yes, Headmistress.
Something to report?
Inquiry for you, Odd. When was the last reported sighting of a root stalker out in the woods?
See, that's the sort of inquiry I'd expect from somebody who sighted a root stalker out in the woods very, very recently. So there's still something rotten in Erebus, then?
Unfortunately, yes.
We're getting nowhere. I should be out there fighting, not standing watch over a place nobody comes to uninvited. Damn it.
I think the circumstances justify heightened security around here. But if you don't, go take it up with the Headmistress, not me. Hi, gang. Headmistress must have some important tasks for you. May you have pleasant dreams.
Ah, there she is again at last. Being a shadowy denizen of the underworld comes with certain perks, young one. Take, for instance, how, when you dash, nothing can touch you.
We are the unseen, at one with the darkness and the dead. I can evade anything, yes, but only for a moment, and even then, I can't prevail by dodging all night long.
Yeah, I'd do it all the time if I was you. See the little trail when you dash? Once it snaps back, you're good to go again.
The shadow follows. Death to Kronos. I'll see to that. No one is more prepared. Beyond the mists of Erebus, there should be a way down. Too risky heading through Elysium. And too risky to stay. All right, it's time. The Trident Sigil. There's some raw silver I can use. You're one of my father's brothers, aren't you? Then help him. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Long-lost niece, you live! We thought you met the same fate as your father, and your mother, and your brother. Oh. Well, how about we turn the tide and exact terrible revenge for poor old Hades and his kin?
Near all of the near-endless pathways in suffocating Erebus lead to dead ends, and very scarce are those who can navigate them.
Took only my entire life to figure out. Let's begin. Return to Shadow now. Oh, I hate root stalkers.
Come forth.
Ever think maybe we're just not cut out for this, Mel? Me with the haunting, you with the... What are you trying to do again?
Find the Titan of Time. Punish him for his crimes against my family. Restore the rightful ruler of the underworld. Hey, you're cut out for haunting, Dora.
Oh, thanks. Just like I'm sure you're cut out for all that other stuff.
They were all so happy together, weren't they? And oblivious to the Titan's threat. Headmistress is away.
We've multiple reports the armies of Kronos are massing on the surface up there, and not yet caught wind of your efforts. At least you aren't contending with them, eh?
My route through the underworld is fraught in its own right, but yes, it's comforting to know that army of traitors remains ignorant of me.
There's not a downward route that's more discreet. Those thorny chaps in the woods, they've no love for Kronos either, at least.
I'll get past them.
They're not going to help you, you know. The Fates, I mean. They don't take pity on whoever asks. If anything, you'll make things even worse.
Maybe you just don't give your sisters enough credit. If they once aided my brother, then there has to be a chance they'll aid us. They have a stake in this too.
What, you mean their family? They couldn't care less. Too busy messing with everybody's lives, making it look like an accident.
You mustn't speak of them that way.
The craft you seek to master takes its toll. But not for long. Your magic power's gonna come right back by the time you get to the next place you're going. So use it. No point bottling it up.
The Heart Sigil. Doubtless this one knows hatred, not just love. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Why, hello, gorgeous. You look like you can break some hearts even without my aid. Oh, your brother would be so proud, knowing you're fighting for your kin.
No! Return to Shadow now. Phrynos, you there? See what I get for staying out all night, Phrynos? The Titan has your family in his thrall, or worse. What has he done with them?
Well, look at you.
Dora, couldn't help but notice that my jar collection wasn't sorted properly. I would never store fungus with herbs. Are you trying to subtly drive me mad?
No. Although now that you put it that way, maybe in the future, yes. I was working on minor possessions and your mushroom bottle kind of slipped. So I put it back.
You put it incorrectly back. Just tell me of such things next time, would you?
Maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
Rise and shine.
I've had these in my head for long enough. I'm ready. Hear me, Selene, if you so desire. Aid me in finding that which I require.
What else?
So mote it be. Headmistress, if I may, what is it that you and Master Odysseus are planning? He's always with his charts and diagrams.
Odysseus considers our plan of attack, yours more specifically. He plots a course from the nearest underworld entrance to Olympus.
The surface? I'm to attack Olympus? When? How?
Attack, defend, 'tis all the same. Patience, Elinoi. As you observed, we are still working through some of the details.
But...
Back in one piece.
Death to Kronos, sir.
Oh, don't I wish. Nemesis has been in an especially foul mood of late. Anything I should know about?
I was going to ask you the same. She sought my task, but that's nothing new. Though she's been clashing with Headmistress more and more.
Shame it's been this way. Personally, I'd rather have divine retribution with me than against. I reckon you can't just smooth things over with her, can you?
I have my doubts.
Another failed attempt. About ready to give in? You don't have the fire. This isn't personal enough for you.
Isn't personal? You don't see my mother around either, do you, Nem? Nor my father, nor my brother. Kronos took them all.
I lost more than my mother, too. And I knew mine. What's yours to you? All you ever did was fall out of her womb.
Silence.
The Crossroads, that haven hidden twixt the surface and the underworld, conceals those still loyal to Lord Hades, rightful ruler of the dead.
Together we'll retake my father's realm.
All your training's gonna be for naught if you don't use it in a fight. Say I'm chasing after you with a club and you want to get me to stay put. Let's see you cast a circular binding over here.
I go. The lightning sigil. The king of the gods must have his hands full recently. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Ah, young lady, so we meet at last. Emerged from all that gloom to help us settle an old score. If you possess your father's strength, then we have the advantage. Let us strike.
A boon.
Elinoi, I was certain you were gone. Scarce born, only to be taken by Kronos, along with my daughter and those nearest her. But the Witch of the Crossroads got you out of there, did she? How could she not send word?
Oh, yes. Ow! Return to Shadow now. How long was I out? I've faced Rootstalkers before. It's like I drew a blank out there. This family, lost to you since you were born. They deserve their vengeance. And so do you.
You've been staring at that picture more and more. Happy family? Well, it's starting to get to me because I think it's starting to get to you. Don't get all misty on me, Mel.
Thank you, Dora. Though you needn't worry. I won't get lost in memories because there isn't much for me to remember. I just wonder what my brother and my birth parents were like.
Uh-huh. Sounds awful lot like dwelling on the past to me. Nothing you could have done. Hey, you could be doing nothing right now.
I'll give it some thought.
Or don't.
Ah, you're here. What troubles you, Melinoe? Your brow is furrowed, not with fierceness, but with doubt. The one emotion we cannot afford.
Headmistress, it's just... I'm struggling to muster the rage I should feel. I'm tasked with slaying a Titan I do not even know, to avenge a family I cannot remember.
Your feelings never lie to you. 'Tis their origins that may deceive. You feel no rage? Then you are in control. Tell me, do you question the need to complete our task?
No, Headmistress. Treachery against the House of Hades cannot go unpunished.
Just so.
Odysseus
Center
out checking on
yourself
reports. What you said to me before, about my mother, that was very cruel.
Fair enough. Can't kill each other here, but we can use our words. If we were fighting for real, I wouldn't have held back either.
I figured not.
What ails you, young one? You have a look of consternation, which mayhaps my breadth of experience could alleviate. Go on, just spit it out.
Oh, Commander, I was just thinking about all the reagents I still need. Some grow in different regions or require different tools. It's a lot to keep in mind.
But you don't gotta keep it all in mind. That purple pack, you carry all your stuff in somehow? Don't you got all your notes in there too? So if you don't remember where to nab something, check there. In fact, why don't you do it now?
I do have notes on everything in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Once more. I'll get you, Kronos.
As you embark on your fateful voyage yet again, my niece, I have something for you. The newfangled boons we offer haven't always swept you off your feet, but we have older, sometimes stronger blessings too.
Finally tracked you down.
I know that voice. Marked one for me, did you?
Beat me to it.
Nice shot.
You got him.
That ought to do it.
Good evening. Together we shine, sister.
Together we shine. It's been too long, sister. Look at you on your great hunt. Not ideal circumstances, but you've finally begun. Know that the family has your back, surprised as they are about this.
No shortage lately of surprises on Olympus or below. It's good to see you, Artemis, but I must be off. Time's against us and all that.
Time's an old fool, too busy besieging the mountain of the gods to sense the threat headed his way. Go get him.
That breathing. I'm in your debt, Lord Charon. These provisions surely shall make all the difference in my task. What gold I find is yours. This one, please.
We have to reach you however we can, and Charon's been more than keen to oblige. Bit of an odd fellow, but then, aren't we all?
might of Olympus. Headmistress.
There she is. Welcome to the edge of Erebus. Well done, Melinoe.
Thank you, Headmistress Hecate. I could not have reached this point without your guidance.
And in turn, you shall not pass this point without a demonstration of your capability.
My capability? You'd have us face each other here, even though my task has already begun.
Your training shall never be complete. And I would know if you stand any chance at all against our enemy. You fought with diligence and with ferocity, but surely there is more for you to learn beyond this threshold.
I look forward to it, Headmistress. What about you? Can you not join me?
No, I dare not stray too far from our abode. Continue now your task. I shall await your safe return.
Thank you, Headmistress. I passed the test. That singing...
The underworld plunges deeper than the deepest sea, yet there are such places where the edge of one and the other meet.
One dark abyss next to another.
An ever-present song compels the nightmare-bringing princess ever forward, towards the beauty, deeper into the abyss.
It's very pretty.
Oh, no way. No way. Look at Gal's a lady. Ladies never come to see our shows. You must be different. What's your name? Oh, make yourself comfy. We're just about to start, aren't we, gals?
Sirens. I should have known you were the source of all that singing. Slinked down into the underworld, have you?
It's the perfect pressure down here. Beats the pressure trying to make art while all our fans are watching, begging, Skilla, where's your next song?
Don't you drown your so-called fans to death? Have you even got any left?
Oh, don't ever say such things about our fans. Oh, hey, gals, what say we give her the old song and dance?
No! How long has it been? 3, 2, 1.
It is the dead of night within a haunted, barely moonlit thicket at the underworld's edge. There, a young Forsaken princess hunts her prey.
Ready or not, hence I go. I bid you farewell for now, Lord Hypnos. Where could she be?
The keen-eyed princess finds a set of tracks, suggesting that her foe trod through this dusty ground not very long before.
Shush, Homer. How shall I ever catch her if you're going to describe my every move?
I've no idea to whom you refer, to whom the Princess of the Dead refers, as she continues on her fateful search.
Quit teasing me and help me look.
You'll find her yet.
Odysseus, have you seen Hecate about?
Not in a little while, little goddess. Though I'd expect that pointy hat of hers to give her away.
I'll look for it. Thank you.
Oh, she's got to be around here somewhere, little goddess.
Got you, Hecate. You're dead.
Got me, you did, Melinoe. But I dare say I can escape your clutches yet.
Shades. Is Hecate about? Huh, not seen her, huh? Over there. There you are. Got you again.
Ah, so persistent. Give up already, witch, for I'm a Titaness. You cannot vanquish me.
I can and shall. I got you. Hecate? What's the matter?
It's merely that I've not heard your laughter before. Reminded me of your mother. A much preferable sound to that of grief.
I promise not to cry again. I still get sad sometimes, but not as much.
Do not make promises you cannot keep. When tears well up, let them spill forth. They're not so precious that they need be contained.
But you never cry, Hecate. And I wish to become strong like you, so that I might find Kronos and destroy him for what he's done. And then you could hear my mother's laugh again.
And I shall do everything in my power to prepare you, so that you may succeed where I failed. If not for your family's sake, then for your birthright, as the princess of the underworld.
What do you mean you failed? You tried to beat Kronos yourself? He hurt you?
Concern yourself with your own pain, not mine. Destroying Kronos shall not change the past, and the pain shall linger, though assert itself less frequently with age. But enough of this. On the morrow, we shall teach you to hunt greater prey.
Truly? Oh, death to Kronos. All my life I've prepared, and I'm nowhere near ready, am I? All that you lost is all that you are, as Headmistress would say.
How's it going?
Moonlight guide us and all.
Terror engulf us.
Dora, don't you pay any attention to what's been happening out there? The rise of the Titan of Time, the siege of Olympus?
Nope. Can't say any of that rings a bell. Olympus, that's where the family members you don't like live, right? And the Titan of Time, I get that he's bad, but he's never done anything to me personally, as far as I know, so.
This entire encampment exists to resist his efforts to overthrow the gods and rule the world?
Well then, maybe I should thank him, because I happen to like this encampment.
Oh, shush.
Some spirits of the dead forever wander aimlessly, whilst others, lacking even so much will, merely linger in a single place.
Dora does need to get out more often.
Not happening.
Where are you, Headmistress? Gift. O daughters of night, who can see all tomorrows, please help me avenge both our families' sorrows. Nothing. They didn't listen.
How's life of late down at the bottom of the sea? All sorts of nastiness lurking there, that the reports make clear. I wager you've seen some things.
You'd win that wager handily. The worst of them has to be the sea monstrous called Scylla and a siren friends. They have this ridiculous act.
What, Scylla's still around? With the sirens, no less? It's a wonder you made it back. Well, please tell me you didn't listen to a word they sang.
Oh, I heard an earful.
Back early. You passed her little test that time. Must have felt so good beating her ass to the ground. Don't get to spar with her, so I can only imagine.
We're not just sparring. You don't know our craft.
I know I could take her.
Everybody at attention. There's something up with those nocturnal arms of yours. A certain aura that's surrounding one of them. The Grave Thirst.
A relatively simple incantation. I expected there was more to the connection between Knight's weapons and the dead. No wonder you can see it too.
Come now, not like I need eyes on the back of my cranium, but I can feel it in my bones. Want more bones yourself, just use a weapon with the thirst.
Whenever possible. The blacksmith sigil. What, is he going to fit me for a suit of armor? In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
They told me you needed a weapon or something. You already got one. Right, lousy one can spot that piss poor workmanship from here. Though, I could tune it up.
Through divination of the elements, I see it now. My silver all grew stronger, didn't it?
Silken finery, so soft, divine. Oh! What are you doing here? Besides tramping all over my webs, that is. Oh, it's nothing silly. I can always make more perfectly good silk. I can't always see you.
Hi, Arachne. Sorry about all this. I think we'll soon be seeing more of one another now. My task has begun.
Truly. Why then, I'll get out of your hair. You have to go. But first, you have to try on one of these. And don't worry about any wear and tear. I've plenty more in stock. Do you like it?
Why, this is beautiful, thank you.
I knew you'd pick this one. To your success.
A root stalker. Foul spirit.
We've been locked in conflict with Kronos for so long that we've begun to doubt that anything can meaningfully change. I wonder, Flower, can you truly rid us of this blight?
Aphrodite.
This family's not so good at letting go, is it? After eons of prosperity, all that we've built together threatens to come crashing down, all because of a little bad blood.
This feeling, oh. Yes, my lord. I met Apollo, Grandmother, Uncle Poseidon. I've known Artemis and Hermes for so long. I'm impressed they kept my secret from the others all this time. Valuable enough.
Oh, to be an urgent bit of battlefield relief delivered courtesy of the feared boatman himself. Come on, we all have fantasies, gorgeous.
I can do this.
Greetings, witch.
I'll get him, headmistress. I swear it. All that you've taught, I'll bring to bear. And no matter the obstacles that stand in the way, Kronos shall fall by my hand.
I require no convincing, Melinoe, although perhaps you do. However much I've taught, what's important is you're a capable student.
I have to be more than that.
That's quite enough. Well fought. But I cannot mend your wounds, and neither shall your enemies. Return to Shadow now.
She trained relentlessly for this.
Is that?
A word, if you please. Pray, who might you be, my girl? And what compelled you to wander in and out of Erebus?
I'm not your girl, old man. My name and business are not your concern.
So it seems. You appear to be quite pressed for time. Forgive this old man his transgressions.
Couldn't have been.
come on, just... Oh.
A lotus flower.
Yeah? Well, would you look at that? Another would-be suitor journeyed far and wide just to gaze upon me. Not that I blame you. And get totally rejected. Fine. Ogle if you must.
You have the wrong idea. I'm not seeking a mate. I don't even know who you are.
What? I'm Narcissus, dummy. The Narcissus. And if you're no would-be suitor, then why don't you relieve me of one of these innumerable gifts the others offered in vain? Then beat it.
Now that's a sea serpent. Return to Shadow now.
Found you at last. Princess of the Underworld. I regret having to contact you at such a time. It's not my custom to intervene during moments of doom, only to observe.
Moments of doom. You're Lord Moros, emissary of the Three Fates. So your sisters heard me after all.
They expected me to find you, for there's something they intend for you to have. Wherever you're going, look for it when you arrive. I'm uncertain if we'll meet again. Farewell. It's been an honor.
Wait. He's gone. I just met Doom Incarnate, Phrynos. I'm not sure I should be excited about that. One of these nights you ought to ask Headmistress how she got this from the house.
Oh, hey. Hey, you're up. You were out a while. See anything good down there that time?
I fought past Erebus, down into Oceanus. It was so strange being underneath the sea. Do you remember the sea, Dora?
The sea. That's the thing with all the water in it, right? I heard it's nice sometimes. Also kills a bunch of people, death by drowning, so... Huh, I've been getting mixed messages, I guess.
It's a big place. Is that? This is from the Three Fates. Nightshade seeds.
The Fates indulged you after all. That is their scroll beside your tent. It followed you out of the shadows. Perhaps it can provide some answers.
Would that it does. The Fated List has tasked me with ensuring certain minor prophecies are fulfilled, though says little else as yet.
May it reward your efforts, at least. But do not expect the Fates to always favor you. The bane of our enemy is not necessarily our friend.
We'll have to take our chances.
About time. Can't believe sucking up to the Fates actually worked. That big scroll over there, that's really from them.
Personally delivered by Lord Moros, no less. He seemed a little pressed for time, so we didn't get to talk much. Are the two of you close?
We're children of Nyx. None of us are close. But we crossed paths. When certain mortals get what they deserve, it involves us both.
I can only imagine.
The unhappy goddess of comeuppance casts her judging gaze on all within the crossroads, which she safeguards out of duty and of spite.
Don't want to get on Nem's bad side.
Whatever.
I understand you ventured to the bottom of the sea. I too have been there in those depths, young one. But once, a while back, and briefly, I might add.
Of course. You were a famous mariner in your mortal days. But then you finally met your end beneath the waters upon which you sailed?
Nah, it was way more glorious than that.
Farewell, Commander. Moonlight. She's deviated from her path. Great Titaness, the Eye of Night. I draw you down. Lend me your might.
Good evening to you, little star. Our cycles now are intertwined. as I no longer can afford merely to watch. Whichever threat we face, I vow to shine for you. Now.
What's she doing here?
One word of this to Hecate, and you're meat. Got it? Now go on while I take care of things.
This is my task, not yours. And I'm disappointed with your dereliction of duty. Are you so desperate to prove you're superior to me?
You know, maybe I am. So how about this? Got some gold on you, right? Those wretches ought to swarm in any moment. Whoever takes more of them gets the other's coin. What do you say?
Must it always be a wager with you?
Fair odds of winning if you shut up and fight.
I lost.
You lost. Pay up. Surprised you didn't bail out with that return trick of yours.
You don't know anything about me. What are you thinking being this far from your post, in violation of Headmistress Hecate's direct orders?
I'm thinking you don't have what it takes to take the Titan down. I do. Now get out of here. Get lost.
Did she just...
Got Seleni's moonlight shine on you, eh? I'll not deny it has a certain power and allure, but such a cold and distant light next to a scorching flame? There's no comparison.
Back to the dock with you. See that, Homer?
You could have informed us. Informed me, whilst you grew supple and strong in the witch's care. Yet knowing Hecate, she must have deemed the risk too great. I understand. I'll try to understand.
Sing, O Muse.
Come sit and rest your wings. Oh.
Arachne, the outfit you wove for me was so beautiful. I'm sorry to say I got into a bit of a scrape or two, and I'm afraid it didn't survive.
Oh, that's quite all right, silly. It wasn't made to last. What is? It was made to be in the moment with you. Now here, I've plenty more. It matches your eye.
So many of these.
The intricately woven spider silk ensconcing the environs of one gloom-filled recess within Erebus rivals in quality even the weavings of the gods themselves.
Arachne knows her stuff. Until we meet again. All quiet.
So you're a witch or something, I'm to understand. Then what do you need me for? They have that fancy magic of yours ain't all it's cracked up to be. My work, witchy, is reliable.
There you are. A flash of silver. Limb and Oros. So, the sister blades have veiled themselves, do you? The other nocturnal arms shall follow their lead, I expect.
Nyx entrusted them to you to safeguard the realm as a last resort. But this cannot possibly be how they were meant to be used.
And why ever not? To safeguard the realm, you shall have to clear a wide variety of obstacles standing in your way. I am but one. The all-consuming flame. Hold! I yield. You have survived against me, and for that, you're owed a gift. May you learn well through it, Melinoe.
The Book of Shadows.
The fire-stepping princess stands alone.
He's back.
Ah, there you are. You have returned. Or lost your way, perhaps, in those interminable passageways beyond.
I know where I'm going.
Whom do I address? And what are you doing here yourself in such a place?
My name and business are not your concern. Is that not what you said? Ah, the impertinence of the youth of this age.
Wait.
So,
What's all this?
the hair, the lip, excuse me. I have one rule, and that's look, but don't touch, okay? In fact, why don't you stand a little farther back? And also tell me how come you keep showing up like this?
I've some affairs to settle in the lower reaches of the underworld. Thought I'd take this rather scenic route through this chamber of yours.
Oh, it isn't my chamber. I just find the waters here particularly clean and reflective, and far fewer would-be suitors than an asphodel. Remember to take a gift before you go.
My blessing made it all that way on just a rickety old wooden ferry boat. Must be a litany of fire safety hazards there, although plenty of water near with which to put them out.
Good evening, boatman. I met one of your brothers, Lord Charon. It was Moros. He delivered to me a certain artifact, but then was gone. Do you know of the fated list? It's been in my family's care before. So, what of Moros? Where could he have gone in all of this? Perhaps I can locate him again. Farewell, Lord Charon.
You again. I knew it. She's come back. You ready for another show, lady? We've been rehearsing our material, practicing non-stop, because one day I'm gonna be a star. Oh, me and the gals.
What do your musical ambitions have to do with unprovoked acts of violence against me?
She's just heckling us gals. Ignore her and take it from the top. 2, 3, 4. We are Skilla and the Sirens! Oh, no! Hey, thanks for coming to our show!
Blast those sirens. Sirens are amphibious. You know their weakness is Phrenos? Wanted you to have this, Dora. To the best hunter in all the crossroads.
See, I knew you were gonna pull this gift custom thing on me sooner or later, so I have come prepared. Catch.
For me? Thank you, Dora. Vengeance for my family.
Well, thought I finally had the place to myself the next I know you're back. Damn near scared me to life. Rough night again?
Rough night, Dora. Fear not, you'll have the tent to yourself yet. See you.
Yeah, you too.
The last wheel of the three fates, those reclusive determiners of all that is to come, is now under the Princess of the Underworld's care.
With their aid, we may have a chance. Salutations.
Back on your feet again there, Princess? All's well in the crossroads. Nothing to report.
It's fortunate we have you vigilantly keeping watch here, Nemesis. Oh, come on, drop the act. What happened? When did you return?
Don't know what you're talking about. And it's not your business anyway. Fates help you on your task.
Not quite as easy as you imagined, is it? To think that the embodiment of retribution could be so arrogant.
Shut up.
A moment, Goddess. With your Olympus-dwelling relatives assisting you, I've half a mind to ask you to let them know I'm on your side, except not all of them love me.
What? But you're the great tactician, Odysseus. Even the gods were impressed with your machinations in your glory days.
Lady Athena and others favored me, it's true, but your Uncle Poseidon, well, I got on his bad side, I believe. Maybe he's let it go after all this time, but that's a risk I'm not prepared to take. So keep quiet about me, would you?
I hear you.
The incense and the smoking stuff from that altar of ashes over there, it's energized the shades about this place. And me as well.
I'm pleased to hear it, Commander. Even a brief visit to the altar on a given night helps make me feel more prepared.
Keep doing what you're doing over there.
I'd best be off.
Hey, Em, I'm back.
You are?
How's things? You good? I'm good, mostly. And good to see your task is underway, but change of plan, though it's a lot to ask. Up for a visit to Olympus sometime soon?
Lord Hermes, just a moment. What do you mean, Olympus? My task is to stop Kronos in the underworld. I can hardly breathe the surface air, much less get to a mountaintop.
Come on, Em, you have your ways. Gramps is up to something bad, more than his usual attack, so just give it some thought. Wouldn't ask if it was nothing, right? Okay, gotta run, and so do you. I'll be in touch by Boone. So long for now.
So you're the star student of Great Hecate. A little birdie told me she'd been training up a real prodigy. Imagine my surprise when it turned out to be the missing princess of the underworld. How positively scandalous.
It's gone.
You look like you've been beaten like a chunk of ore. Just keep it together long enough to appreciate my handiwork.
I heard from Hermes at last, my lord. He didn't get into the details of what he discovered, though perhaps you know more. I understand. It's not my wish to pry.
The boatman Charon, one time steward of the dead, now sculls the rivers of the underworld in aid of those who yet resist the Titan Lord.
What would we do without him? Nemesis.
Well, well. Missed all the fun. But at least you won't have to get your hands dirty this time.
Nemesis, what are you doing here? Who's standing watch at the crossroads?
They'll manage. I'm on break. Tell Hecate you saw me, you'll regret it. And you're welcome here and safe, seeing as I cleared the path for you.
I don't need your aid in this, other than the responsibilities you've already been assigned.
Really? Look like you could use all the aid you can get. Here's something for your trouble. Then I suggest you move along. Bye.
Bye.
Sit and rest your wit. Why, hello there. Saw you get into a scuffle with the great big witch. Why are you fighting? I thought you were on the same side. Oh, I can hardly keep up with everything lately.
Headmistress and I aren't really fighting. Well, no, I suppose we are, except it isn't born of anger or misunderstanding. It's just her way of making certain I'm prepared.
Huh. Well, look, you show her for me the next chance you get, won't you, my friend? And no pressure, but I might be watching just in case. I won't get underfoot, I promise. Now you enjoy, all right? Do be careful out there.
I call upon the moon and draw you down.
Now that Artemis has revealed to Olympus what they need to know of you, she had pretext to return to your woods. But your reunion needed to be brief. Once our troubles have subsided, may we Silver Sisters meet together and rejoice.
I can beat her.
Prompt as ever.
I heard from Hermes, Headmistress. He gave me the impression that Olympus needs my aid. What of my task?
Your task remains, as does the adversary whom you face. We shall discuss the matter with Hermes elsewhere. We have other matters first. And hold! No further need to keep each other here, I suppose.
She trained relentlessly for this.
Some nightshade seeds.
Far below, down in the deepest reaches of the underworld, awaits the ancient foe of saffron-veiled goddess Melinoe.
You'll help me find him. Going down. Cattail seeds.
One underworld bookman yet eludes the grasp of Kronos, does he? Turn to a life of the piratical smuggler in these dark times, huh?
Now.
That which slithers, seeps, and crawls, all of it thrives within the foul air and crushing climate near the bottom of the sea.
The air is definitely stuffier down here.
Give up already, girl. I know who you are. I know where you go. You shall not get there.
This magic. Kronos. I'll carve you limb from limb for this. For everything.
How frightening. Unfortunately, we shall never know if yours was a mere empty threat, for you are going on a little time out. At least until some other matters are resolved.
No.
You wish to traipse through this realm, then here, bask in it.
That old man. It was him. Where am I? Or when?
You knew how to resist my little step.
What's this? It'll take more than that, Kronos.
Oh. Just can't get enough of us, can you, lady? Oh, it's okay. Happens to everybody, especially sailors. We're just that good. Do you sail?
Your self-confidence is enviable, but I'm only here because I have to get past this ridiculous stage. So why don't we skip the show?
Oh, I got a better idea. Why don't we start the show? All we needed was a little audience, and we've got you right where we want you. This song's called Coral Crown. It's a taxi!
You!
We're skilling the sirens, everybody!
Get out of my head. Phrynos, I can't get that blasted siren song out of my head.
The modestly appointed tent of fierce Princess Melinoe nonetheless is dutifully organized and immaculately clean.
I won't live in squalor. The Titan has your family in his thrall, or worse. What has he done with them?
Who dare? Oh, what gives there, Mel? You look like you've seen a... I don't know, but whatever it was, it got under your skin. Oh, skin seems nice.
I'm all right. Just a little shaken. First nightmare since all this started.
About time. You were past due. Oh, how scary would you say it was compared to,
The terrifying visage that you see before you now?
Not even close. Another prophecy fulfilled. Headmistress, if it isn't inappropriate, I have a little gift, seeing as your personal supply ran out a while back.
Ah, the hounds shall lap this stuff right up, I think. I shall safeguard it for them as a treat. And why don't you hold on to this in kind?
Your silver wheel. I can have this? Headmistress, I saw him, Kronos. First beyond Erebus in the guise of an old man. He then attempted to ensnare me in some vision out of time. The river aflame, everything ablaze.
Still, your heart, Melinoe, you're safe. And you were able to return again, which means that all your training served you well. So then, he realizes who you are.
So he claims. I broke free from his spell like it was second nature, but neither could I raise a hand against him. What must I do now?
Nothing has changed. You're to confront him down where he resides, where your mother and father rightly ought to be. But go with patience, not with haste. He may know something of your power now, yet not enough.
Yes, Headmistress.
Let's see.
Nemesis must have a head start.
You look as though you've seen a ghost, if you'll forgive the very antiquated mortal turn of phrase, goddess. So we'd say to someone looking disconcerted. Things all right?
Yes and no. I saw Kronos out there. I thought he had me, but I broke free from his spell. This was in Oceanus, though I also caught him snooping near the pathways out of Erebus.
Damn it. Our reports said nothing of the sort, but then... some of our Shade informants haven't yet returned. We had expected Kronos to stay put in the lowest reaches. You must have caused enough of a stir to catch his notice.
I've hardly been discreet in my approach. Is there truly no other way?
We reckon not. We're counting on him thinking you're inconsequential to his plans. As for our own, I shall go over this with the good witch. Be safe, and cheers for the report.
Of course. Hey, Odysseus. Got you something here I wanted you to have. For always keeping an eye out.
Goddess, your presence alone is all I could ask. Though if you're in a giving mood, then perhaps you'll accept a small gift from me in turn?
Your trusty knucklebones. Thank you. Now. Ignium, the umbral flames. Incinerate my foes and light my path.
Would that I could see behind me now. Ah, it burnt.
The old storage case. So, it's an heirloom from my family?
That it is, and for as long as I can recollect. Look upon it knowing that the burden which you bear, you need not bear alone. Plus it'll keep your keepsakes all in one handy spot.
A symbol of the gift-giving custom of Olympus, then. A tradition that now falls to us. Death to Kronos.
First I heard our last best hope for stopping Kronos was the second-born of Hades and his queen, I said. Wait, ooh, so then they had a girl. The Titan must have struck your father's house right after you were born.
Message for me.
You bear Brother Poseidon's watery blessing already, yes, young lady? Well, I'll be blunt. You're going to need more help than that, so here.
Some sort of gateway on the ground. Her again?
Evening. Sometimes I get a little boost from Artemis, but you... just about all Olympus backs you up, and even still, it's not enough. Some help they are.
Direct your criticism to the gods themselves. Now what is it you want with me?
I want a little taste of all that power for myself. Come on, I'll trade you.
I said I don't need your aid. Watch yourself, Nem.
Suit yourself.
It wants some of my life essence before letting me in. Ugh, fine, it's only blood. Where in the... Who in the... What sort of boon is this, in such a place? Well, in the name of Hades, Olympus, are you there?
Olympus cannot hear you, Spawn of Hades, but I can. And I have for you a proposition. Assist with a quandary of mine, and benefit your response.
Almighty Chaos. I'm honored to make your acquaintance. What sort of quandary would concern the origin of all existence? And how do I fit in?
Time shall tell. But at present I have inferred that your response, in essence, was affirmative. Thus may our newly formed arrangement prove most interesting. Accept my mark and go. And later I shall open the abyss for you again.
Rest now, all of you. Selene, I now send to you the nectar of the gods, that it may warm your passage across the sky.
Little star, you offer this to me. The connection that we share as Silver Sisters is already more than I can ask. Now be that as it may, I have something for you.
You honor me, sister.
I bid you shine for me again tonight.
We need you where you are. Your battles through the underworld are consequential to the war that rages here. But leave the surface to the gods and me. Do not become distracted by the sealed crossroads gateway leading up.
Having to pay for blessing strikes me as a bit crass. The favor of the gods only for the deepest pockets. Why, you don't even have pockets.
A special offer of some sort, my lord. I've returned as much gold as I could, but know full well it isn't easy for you to procure the goods you provide. Why, thank you.
Ahead of the underworld, a princess shall again confront the one who raised her and taught to her the means by which she may prevail.
There's always more to learn. I can take her.
Compose yourself. Hermes urged me to address a certain matter with you here. However, my view is you are unprepared for the surface as of yet.
Meaning you won't lift the wards barring the path to the surface? What if I remove them myself? I've seen how you do it.
Then you'll be more prepared than you are now. Till then, remember your objective lies below, past me. You seized control of the fight. Well fought.
I prevailed. You.
How fare you, little one? You seem to know your way around. I am master of this realm. Yet even I would never venture into yonder woods. You even found your way back from your detour in Asphodel.
Damn you, Kronos.
The Fates cannot help you now. Stop. 'Tis a pity that this granddaughter of mine is both a weakling and a fool, though an elusive one. I ought to thank the Fates that we have met at last.
The Fates had nothing to do with this. You took my family.
Our family. Make not their same mistakes, and in time, we surely shall grow past this halted start to our relationship. I shall see you later.
Wait! You... Something changed about my Chaos Boon.
I know it's not an easy trip, or even possible for you right now heading all the way up here, but just imagine how hard it is for our family to swallow our pride and ask for aid. Things are that grim.
On with the show.
They say our songs are to die for, but lately we don't get a lot of company. Oh, you wouldn't know anything about that, right? Because somebody's been smearing our good name.
Your reputation is yours to build or ruin. Doubt anyone I know has even heard of you besides.
Come on, gals. Let's go all out again before the crowd shows up. And they're going to show up. I just know it. And here we go! Thank you, everybody. Good night.
I heed your call once more. Again, our journeys intertwine. Why did you call upon me, Princess? Did you not receive the artifact I brought you from the Fates?
Lord Moros, I did receive the fated list, and summoned you once more as it ordained. All children of Nyx are welcome where I reside. Might we speak further there?
I don't know whether I can answer them, as my own search for truth has not been going well of late. But I'll not decline your cordial invitation. Please lead the way.
Then follow me.
I shall.
Oh, where did he go? Happen to see a tall, horned fellow passing through?
The Dark Princess reveals her deepest fears only to a stoic old amphibian, which long ago hopped into her tent and into her heart.
Only the deepest fears for you, Phrynos. You don't remember them, besides this painting and your dreams. Still, you fight for them. You there, Dora?
A brief word? Princess, we've not met formally. I'm the official bearer of bad news. The Witch of the Crossroads apprised me of the situation here, and was gracious to invite me to stay for now.
You're welcome here and safe, Lord Moros. So then you know of my task.
To vanquish the usurper of the House of Hades seems more than a task. I regret this burden is yours to bear, and much sooner than expected.
It's all right. I was born for this. Lord Moros has arrived. Now what?
Your craft cannot truly be mastered.
Lord Moros, as our honored guest, we wanted you to have this, to make your stay a bit more comfortable.
The nectar of the gods. Thank you, Princess. I've not received an offering before, though I do like to come prepared. So here, from me to you.
How thoughtful. I accept. Peace, Lord Moros.
Night protect you.
Well, this worked out, I guess.
Your generosity shall not be forgotten.
These shipments shall be very valuable to us. We remain, as ever, in your debt, Charon. May swift Hermes hasten your voyages across the realms, wherever he may be. And until we meet again, shadows conceal you.
Thank you for the supplies, my lord.
So, there's a bit of a new wrinkle in our plans. We've been able to verify some of the details that Master Hermes suggested to you about what's brewing on the surface.
Please tell me what you may. And if you think it wise for me to deviate from my objective to address whatever's going on up there.
The forces of Kronos gather to sail on Olympus through a channel cut across the land. You're poised to disrupt the enemy ranks from within. Aid Olympus, and your chances against Kronos may improve.
The warded pathway leading up should drop me right into the heart of our foe's forward garrison. It seems so reckless.
Call it a calculated risk.
Nemesis, maybe we could start again. Here, I got you something.
Don't need your charity, Princess, or temptations while I'm on duty or off. You're doing this because you want something from me anyway, so here, knock yourself out.
Thank you, Nem. Does Headmistress know yet of your little excursions? Not much escapes her notice last I checked.
Strongly advise you mind your own responsibilities. Hecate doesn't control me, and you should show a little gratitude.
For what? Endangering us all? I didn't ask for your assistance, Nemesis.
Because you're weak.
Within the haunted crossroads reside shades and spirits of all sorts, some resembling their mortal selves, and others rendered down to purest essences.
You all right? Have you seen, Commander? Lord Charon's come to visit us. At last our supply lines are secure, and our counter-assault begins.
Yeah. It's been quite some time since good Lord Charon visited us last. We'd better all be on our best behavior around him. But, where'd you get all that supply line stuff?
Why, he told me himself, sir. In his way.
Oh.
Once more, then. To the House of Hades.
As you begin your next attempt at the seemingly impossible, know that I shall be with you to the bitter end. In blessing form, at least.
A boon.
Nothing like a good honest fight to settle a family dispute, eh? Especially productive, seeing as we can't even kill each other, as old Kronos himself can attest. Oh well, plenty of work for me.
Come sit and rest. Oh! My silk is everything to me. It's stronger than it looks. Keeps me safe. It can suffocate even the strongest prey. Don't you like it? Is there a certain pattern, color combination you admire?
It's lovely, Arachne. Look, I wish I could stay and admire it, but...
But you can't. I understand, I truly do. Though it would mean a lot to me if you would take some of my silk with you on your way.
Lord Charon, Moros returned. He's joined us at the crossroads. Now we've no fewer than 3 mighty sons of Nyx within our ranks. Granted, one's always fast asleep. Forgive me, I must not have understood. Hypnosis of greater use this way. Here you are.
If only you could see my fields in the morning sun, shining brighter than any gold you shall ever find. Such metals ought to remain within the earth.
Headmistress awaits.
Melinoe.
Headmistress, I'm concerned Kronos may find us. I first encountered him not far beyond these woods.
There are so many passageways to Erebus, 'tis exceedingly unlikely he shall find the way. You face a greater risk than that right now. Hold! Good. I shall return to Shadows hence. Trust that your eve is only beginning.
The fire-stepping princess stands alone.
For the cauldron.
You.
Please take your time. You, my girl, are meddling in matters you do not understand. Your father made certain choices. He was bound by them. But you are not. You need not follow in his ruinous path.
Ruinous? You brought ruin to the underworld and the surface. I'll never accept what you've done. Now enough talk.
How very spirited. You truly think you can stop time? Well then, I would like to see you try.
Then watch this. I'm glad you're here, Hermes, and it's an honor to finally be working together. To our swift victory.
It's been a minute since I got an offering. Cheers, Em, although you needn't have. But here, I've just the thing for you.
Nothing like a quick exchange of gifts.
These last few nights Since you got started, all I managed to confirm is Gramps got hold of someone whom he's sure gives him the upper hand. Right now, he's readying the next stage of his plan to bring this mountain down. I better go.
Remember me, Serpent? No! Return to Shadow now. Oh, that sea serpent. You might like it down in Oceanus better than I do right now.
Hey. Hey, Mal. I was just floating. Floating around, I guess. And existing. Just kind of existing a lot lately. You?
Failing, making progress, I don't know. Speaking of, shouldn't you be practicing your haunting, Dora?
Oh, yeah, no, I thought maybe I'd take a break from that. Why do now what you could do later, right?
For the sense of accomplishment? Lord Moros is away. Kronos was waiting for me again outside of Erebus. This time I recognized him right away, but I could do nothing against him.
Wily bastard. Arrogant to the last. So then, he knows of you. What did he say?
He thanked the fates that we had finally met, as though he'd been searching for me all this time, and told me not to make the same mistakes as my family.
Eject that poisoned memory from your mind. He knows nothing of the fate's designs. I shall reinforce all our protective sorceries, and you... fear not your enemy. Slay him.
You have this.
Why not send Nemesis to the surface in my stead? Even if I undo the ward sealing the path, I don't know that I'll last long up there.
The matter on Olympus isn't as personal for Nemesis as it is for you. And she hasn't been especially receptive to suggestion recently.
No, I suppose not. How long has it been since you visited the surface?
Too long. Cooped up here now in case you hadn't noticed. But it's a lost cause anyway. Why do you ask?
Hermes requested that I pay a visit when I can. Figured I should ask if you had any notes.
It's like I said. The dead are out and about up there thanks to our Titan friend. You'll feel right at home.
Sounds great. Path is set. Raining again. To mighty Uncle Zeus, vanquisher of Titans, your strength has saved our family before. You're most kind to now share some of it with me.
It's hardly seemed the time to make me offerings. All the more reason I appreciate the gesture, niece. And per the custom of our family, I've prepared something for you in turn.
You are most generous, Lord Uncle.
Greetings, my fair niece. I expected I might find you setting forth here on another of your escapades, and I would have this be a most successful one, for you and all of us.
Lord Hephaestus, your services must be in very high demand. I'm grateful, and doubtless so are the Nocturnal Arms.
I don't work for tips. Though ours ain't an ordinary arrangement, and ain't often lately I get new regular clients. So here, call it a trade.
I'm in your debt for this, Hephaestus, sir.
I take back everything I said about your weapon first we met. In my defense, ain't often I see workmanship superior to mine. Though don't go telling anyone I said as much.
Nemesis.
Princess.
Death to Kronos?
Nice try. Always used to be gold in the underworld, right in its veins. But Kronos turned it into little coins. All over the damn place now.
Lord Charon's going to take care of it soon enough. I give him all the gold I find. Trade for his wares.
Think I can do the same if you want to make a deal. Don't worry, any gold I get from you, Charon gets from me.
No, thank you.
Your loss.
It's clear again.
Your dad and I got on all right, comparatively speaking, I suppose. After we put the Titans in their place, though, he went down into your underworld and I drifted away like a spark from a flame.
When I created life, I had my doubts. Would it invite more problems than it solved? I would be curious to see. As my experiment continues to unfold, its outcome yet uncertain.
Almighty Chaos, with your experiment so vast in scope, what can one individual achieve? The quandary you mentioned when first we met. What would you have me do?
Spawn of Hades, I ought to clarify I do not care for idle talk. Ask me no questions. Respond only when prompted or when necessary in the absolute. But above all, do as you will.
From nothingness sprang all creation, light and darkness, and the world itself. Yet all that nothingness remains, carefully tucked away where none can find it, save for those invited in.
Let's keep our voices down. You can sense it, can't you, my lord? The mark of primordial chaos. It seems I have another patron from the ranks of the chthonic gods. Here's the gold.
The mortals, they like giving thanks to us, but what are we supposed to do, you know? Well, I'll just do the same. Give thanks to Lady Esty, at least, for keeping me forge burning hot. She even visits me now and again.
Because I like it here, my lad. In spite of all the clanging and whatnot, it's peaceful, more or less. And you're not such bad company to keep. Though, why don't we show your cousin what we can cobble up together?
You surpassed me before, yet I wonder. Was it your mastery over our craft? Or did the fates themselves perhaps provide a little nudge?
Come, headmistress. If I could be provoked that easily, I'd stand no chance at all. Not even if the fates desired otherwise.
Good fortune seldom comes to those in no position to receive it. Show me your victory was no mere accident.
No!
Do not be disappointed. You fought well.
Oh, she's strong. The headmistress got me again, Phrenos. But I won't back down. Dora must be hiding for a bit.
Do you have a moment? If I may, Princess, the fated list of minor prophecies. Have you been able to make use of it?
I have. Thank you for bringing it to me. So then, the fates already know what's going to happen in all this?
Well, yes and no. The fated list says as little of your future as necessary. I briefly was its host myself and saw there but a single prophecy.
Then that's a prophecy fulfilled.
The widely hated, feared embodiment of doom goes wherever the ever-weaving fates decide, and none but they can anticipate his arrival.
He sure knows how to make an entrance.
Princess?
The fates would have me do their bidding.
You fought well. One more of Nyx's kin is here for us to mind. Your incantation tracked him after all. Doom typically arrives uninvited, of course.
Lord Moros is to be our guest. I know his presence must seem an ill portent, but if the fates wanted him here, who are we to fight it?
Who indeed?
You're here, Lord Charon. I shall, my lord. Until then, we each have our tasks to complete.
See Charon's latest haul, goddess? Shipment by the riverside. All yours. And we're watching the rivers, making certain this won't be the last.
Lord Charon risks aiding my efforts in such a direct way. Are we able to compensate him at all?
Aye, with what gold we've gathered recently. He really means to melt down every last one of those Kronos coins we can get our hands on.
Oh yes.
You're beginning to fill out that keepsake storage case, young one. Fine work, yet I must caution you not to collect just for collecting's sake.
The act of giving is its own intangible reward. Nectar sours when it's offered with impure intent.
Won't have impure intent on my dead trading grounds.
This is my path. No pressure.
A little birdie told me Doom himself showed up where you reside. While that bodes ill for you, and perhaps for us all, at least he's quite the looker, isn't he?
You shouldn't have crossed me.
Racked me brain about those fancy silver weapons of yours. Trying to sort out who exactly could have made such things. Or when. They're nocturnal arms, ain't they? Meant only as a last resort, but here we are, I reckon.
Hail, sister.
Sister Artemis. May moonlight guide you.
You too.
It's been a pleasure to have worked more closely with you, Sister Artemis. This is hardly worth the gift of impeccable precision, though I wanted you to have it.
Doing the old traditions now, are we? Well, sure, then I accept your offering, Sister Melenui. And I've an offering for you in kind.
Truly? You're the best.
Has my little brother lived up to his shining reputation so far? At least he did his part. As soon as I told him about you, sure enough, he was plenty eager to let all Olympus know.
Apollo was very kind, though easy for me to say. I'm not his twin. What'd you tell him anyway?
Only the truth. That I ran into the reclusive Witch of the Crossroads while scouting out our foe, and that she introduced me to a secret Titan killer she's been training up.
You just didn't tell him how long ago that was. So now they really think this long-lost relative of theirs is going to find Kronos and slay him.
Oh, they think you don't stand a chance. But they don't have a lot of options, so they'll support you anyway. Especially since you're family and all. And you know I will.
Load it. Hello again.
Each time I pass through Erebus, it's comforting to know I may run into you along the way. Here's something for your lovely lair.
Oh, why this is very sweet. It should attract a host of flies, I think. So thank you very, very much. Now won't you please take this? It's only fair.
Arachne, this is beautiful. Peace, Arachne.
Be well, won't you?
You've been so busy, Arachne. Not just all these dresses, but all Erebus is teeming with silken cocoons. You're certain it's all right for me to break them?
Of course, you big silly. What, do you suppose they're teeming with my countless brood? By the time you see a cocoon, anything in there is either for you or was out to get you. Now here. Well, what do you think? Oh, you got something. Away she goes.
All of this tainted gold. You'll see that it's disposed of properly, Lord Charon. I long to see that day. I have the gold.
You know, it's gotten harder sneaking down into the underworld of late. Good thing I happen to know an expert on the subject. And so do you, I see.
Not even a scratch. I trust the dark of Erebus was not too much to handle with the ever-burning flames of ignium to light your path.
No, Headmistress, it was not. Although I've much to learn in how to wield these flames.
Then you have come to the right place. Show me how you make the shadows dance. That's quite enough. You have grown physically quite strong. But spiritually, more is to be done. The altar of ashes. There is an incantation that may make your nightly meditations at it better spent.
The consecration of ashes. Victory. Cinder. Sister Selene. May your light never wane.
I am obliged.
I draw you down, O moon. Lend me your light.
I held to faith your task would not require you above, only below. But Hermes indicates the threat here on the surface now looms larger than we thought. Rise to us then, whenever time permits.
It pains me to admit that there are occasions when love is not the answer, and a bit of sharpened metal can much sooner do the trick. In such matters, my Hephaestus can be of assistance, can't you, dear?
For you off any time. And as for Witchy here, most of the time. Now come on. Even when the situation calls for sharpened metal, you know how to get the point across.
Yeah. Just
mine.
Totally, I mean, right? The mirror sheen of the standing waters all about revealed to denizens of Oceanus their full selves, to their horror or to their delight.
This is not a good view. As you've made no attempt to snap my head from my shoulders, unlike many other things lurking about, I'm compelled to give you this. Just as a casual acquaintance, to be clear.
You give me such tokens of affection, full knowing I've already got a lot of them, and, more importantly, am spoken for. Fine. Here's something to remember me by.
How could I ever forget you, Narcissus?
Sometimes I wonder, what would it have been like were I not so unbelievably attractive? Some things would have been easier. Not having everybody fall in love with me. Maybe arithmetic.
You're concerned that you're too winsome for your own good. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I don't find you particularly attractive.
Oh, I know you don't mean that. Though I appreciate you trying to comfort me, as a friend.
Until we meet again.
Hey, girls!
You know, I thought the sirens were supposed to be the singing ones. But it's always you flapping your gills at me, Skilla.
Don't listen to her, gals. Your backup vocals are the backbone of this act. I've got the voice, you've got the music, we've got the magic. Let's give her a little taste, huh?